let's talk about the by-elections and the outcome of it. And quite a few people have said that, hey, look, we do need a strong opposition. ADC came out, and seemed to be filling that vacuum. But now, with the result of the by-elections, what's your comment? When you compare.
I wish that you could play back some of my comments on your
Yeah.
show about when ADC came on board. I remember when I said it on your show that
Yeah.
it was going to go the way it came. There was a lot of
you did.
backlash, but when you have the ability to look at these things futuristically based on experience, you can always say the truth and walk away and not have to worry about. I've said it that the ADC is just an avenue for the APC to create an opposition for itself. And the sad part, though, that's not a laughing matter, is that then it prevents real opposition from emerging from within. Or at least it doesn't give real opposition the opportunity, because Nigerians are very fleeting. The moment they see an opposition group come up, it's like, we don't need to fight again. They are fighting for us. They're always looking for messiahs. You remember I also mentioned when Professor Patutomi set up his shadow cabinet that the cabinet that's in place is already shadow cabinet. I don't know where that ended anyway. And when APC came on board, they blackmail politically. And it was like, oh, if you don't join, you are working for the APC.
For the APC.
Now, the people have joined, and it seems that they are the ones working for the APC, because the by-elections have proven that they did not have an impact on the APC's strategy of selection during election cycles. But one thing that we must not overlook, which gives me a little bit of hope for real opposition, but I hope these guys can just step out of the way, is that the participation in the election tells a different story. Voter apathy was unprecedented. It's like people are saying, you can go and do your election, we are not participating in this. Yeah. And when people say they are not participating in election, which is voting with their feet.
Yeah.
They might have other plans. So, and that's the only part that you can tell that shows that Nigerian people's level of awareness about how they're handling this election, shows that they are looking in other directions. And also the fact that a lot of people didn't fall for the ADC coalition
as a serious opposition.
As it was thought, as the hype suggested at the beginning. But I was one of the first persons to write them off. I said, this is just like a setup. Yes.
Is Sowore really working for Bola Tinubu and the APC? Why does he always criticize other political parties? He's criticized Labour Party, the PDP, the ADC now. But again, are the things Sowore talks about, are they really correct or not? In spite of the way most of us feel about his constant bickering and criticism of Peter Obi, which he didn't do in this situation, but his criticism about the other political parties right, because he's constantly being consistent about his criticism of the other political party, and he's been alleged to have worked or be working for the APC or for Bola Tinubu, considering the role he played in previous government and his passion and constant criticism of the previous government before the APC took over, especially during the Jonathan time, even though we know Jonathan was quite corrupt, or his administration at the time was quite corrupt. So the question again is Sowore really working for APC, for Bola Tinubu? That's why he's constantly criticizing every other political party. Or this is what democracy should be. So because Sowore's constant criticism of the ADC and the APC is that ADC and every other political party except his own African Action Congress is under the opposition or under the control of the APC. He's also said that ADC is a prepackaged alternative by the APC, that the APC created the ADC as an opposition party for themselves. And even if you know this journalist, Fisayo Shoyombo, he's also said the same thing. He's also echoed about the same thing that Sowore said, where he said that the APC the ADC is APC Pro Max. It's just the same old guards, Atiku, Amechi, Aregbesola, David Mark, the likes of all those people who've been there, who've been part of the ruin of Nigeria, the ones who have come to make up this ADC. That's why you constantly hear somebody like Dati Baba Ahmed say he has his own misgivings about the same people, and they should step aside based on what Sowore said in these clip that you just watched. So his argument has always been that the ADC is not a genuine political opposition party. Or like they're just looking for ways to grab power and then become like the APC already. So is the ADC an arm of the APC? Are they working? Or is it the fact that the APC already have moles within the ADC? Some of the people defecting to the ADC, they're going to be reporting over to the APC to give them feedback as the plans and the strategy of the ADC. Is that what you think? So all I'm asking are the questions Nigerians are asking, but the question is Sowore really working for for the APC or for Bola Tinubu? And this by-election that happened, what do you make of it? Is it that Nigerians are not really prepared for by-elections or even the local government elections, but the voter apathy that happened, the security concerns, electoral apathy that happened, the rigging, the vote buying, all this skepticism Nigerians have about um, the vote election is something that are we saying that we cannot transition what the call for change that we have on social media into reality, or are we living in a utopia where what we say is not going to happen, that the system is so rigged that no matter how much we try for change it would not happen? So how do we solve the problem? These are some of the big questions. But Sowore has actually then made a big one to say that ADC works for APC, or rather, the ADC is an arm or a creation of the APC as their own opposition, considering the fact that they found a way to destroy the PDP, let LPs under serious power struggle, and then SDP is also facing their own too. What is your take? These are some of the biggest concerns we have to face as we go into 2027. Who's the real opposition? I want Peter Obi because he seems to be the most credible candidate of all of them. Not the best, or but seems to be most credible of all of them. So if you put him amongst the pack, he actually happens to be the best. But at this particular point in time, for all the people vying for the number one position in Nigeria, Peter Obi seems to have the biggest, courage and likability and the policies. If you take Peter Obi out of the way, who's going to be next? Would that be Omoshe Omoyele Sowore? Are we going to be resorting to Amechi or Atiku? What is your take? These are questions that we need to be asking. For the fact that we keep calling out the APC is not enough. We need to actually now find a way, find a different strategy of how to call out Nigerians to come out during by-elections, during local government elections. River State, as illegal as it is coming up at the end of the month. Next will be the local government election in Abuja. What are we going to do as a people to get rid of these corrupt politicians, because they're planting their people in different strata, different areas, to make it easy for them to rig election in 2027? But again, do you agree with Sowore? These old guards needs to go away. That ADC is an opposition by the APC. It's their own opposition. It's not a real opposition. Or is Sowore really working for Bola Tinubu by his constant criticism of other political party except his own political party? The things that he says, are they right? Put that in the comment section. Let's have our deliberations. I want to hear from you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you've not done so. I will catch you in the next video. God bless you. Bye bye for now.